And I told y'all Manny Pacquiao wasn't going to retire. Hit the thumbs up, sub, and notification bell. That way you get updated when I drop the newest content like this. And don't forget, without hitting that bell, it doesn't mean much to sub because you never get updated. With that being said, let's get into the video. So Manny Pacquiao was talking to Sky Sports, and he said he was very close to making a deal with Amir Khan, which is probably a fight none of us want to see. But here's the point of what he said. He also went on to say he could still see himself fighting in the UK. Now, what does that tell us? That means that if he is victorious, which I believe he will be, against Ugas, he would be looking for another fight, possibly fighting in the UK. I don't know who he would fight because I don't think the Amir Khan fight is a very good fight. And I really don't think the Kell Brook fight would be a very good fight. The only other really big British fighter I can think of on the come up would be Conor Benn. But I don't think Manny Pacquiao would take that fight because he really hasn't done enough to be in the ring with a Manny Pacquiao. But the point is, if he's still talking about wanting to fight in the UK, that means he still has the desire to fight on past this fight. So you have to ask yourself, why is Manny doing this? He's worth a lot of money. I believe he's worth $240 million, something like that. So he's not broke. He's not fighting because he needs money. I think he's fighting for legacy. I've been saying this. If he can, as long as he does not lose, I don't see his run ending. I really believe, especially with him taking the Ugas fight so quickly and not complaining or being like, nah, the fight's off. I think he's trying to become undisputed, the one thing he never did. Now, would he fight Spence or Crawford in England? Highly unlikely. But again, that's not the point of this video. The point is, he said he was close to making an Amir Khan fight, and he still wants to fight in the UK. If you still want to fight, that means he's looking past this fight and wanting to fight again. And like I said, as long as he wins, I believe we will see him in the ring again. I think that he's going to get all the straps. I really do. Or not saying that he will complete that task, but I believe that is his goal. His goal is to get all the belts, go out on top, is the oldest welterweight champion in history. And then to top it off, he would be the oldest undisputed welterweight champion in history. So I don't even know, like actually going past that while I'm thinking about it and talking, he may actually be the oldest undisputed champion in history, period. All weight classes. I can't think of the top of my mind who would have been undisputed older than him. I know B-Hop had a belt and fought into his 50s, but I do not believe he was undisputed. No, I know he wasn't undisputed when Joe Smith knocked him through the rings and ended his career. Yeah, so if Manny does what I think he's trying to do, then he will probably have another record of being the oldest, the oldest undisputed champion in the history of boxing. On top of that, I think if he beats Ugas, he ties Mayweather for 23 champions beat. So you have that too. So now he's going to share that. If he comes back, beats Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, then he holds the record. That's another record that he takes away from Floyd Mayweather Jr. If he becomes undisputed, that's something Mayweather never did either. So that's another thing he'll hold over Mayweather Jr. See, I think that's what Manny's trying to do. I really think Manny's trying to get Mayweather to come out of retirement and fight him. And he's taking all of Mayweather's records. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong. I could be crazy. But that just seems like his only goal at this point because it's not money. It's not legacy. It's not to prove a point. Everybody already knows he's great. Everybody already knows he's one of the best. Everybody knows his resume is amongst the all-time greats. So I don't know what he's doing other than that, other than just trying to take these last couple of records away from Floyd Mayweather Jr. to solidify his all-time greatness when it's all said and done. I could be wrong. I could be off base. Let me know in the comment section if I am. But the whole point of this, again, was Manny Pacquiao is not going to retire if he beats Ugas. And like always, y'all have a good day.